So do you want me to look into the camera? You want me to look at you? All right. Not notable, no. No, it's an overall kind of genre of women. The kind of eccentric, eclectic kind of Southern woman that you hear about. You know, it's not one particular woman. And apparently, you know, I love the big hair from the South, so. That influences my work very much. Yeah, actually, what I've learned to do, it's a hybrid of, I start digitally. So I actually, she started as a 7-foot by 4-foot document in Photoshop. And then what I do, and I found that if I try to sketch her out that large to begin with, it's just a nightmare. But if I'm able to actually just put it on the Cintiq, and then I start that process, and then once I get it to where I feel proportion-wise, she's good, all of that, and then I take it to a printer, and then get them to print it on archival art paper, and then I lower the opacity to about 70% or so, and it's a light sketch to begin with, and then she goes on the wall, and then the ladder comes out, all the graphite, charcoal, and then, so I kind of take it from there. So, but you know, there's more than 100 hours in her. So it also makes me very portable when I'm starting. So I'm in the studio, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I've got to leave. So then I can go and have lunch, go have coffee, cocktail, and I can take my computer with me. So I'm able to work more, and I'm not just stuck and married to her for 100 hours, just maybe about 70, you know. I love it. I love it. I love being able to come back and forth. I feel very fortunate because I've gone to a university where there's semesters now. So I had a month and a half off for Christmas. I have 3 months off in the summer. And so it's great. So I get to go in the South and enjoy that, and then come back here and enjoy Venice Beach. Yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah. I mean, the only way, what I could say if someone had asked you to ask me that would be that I'm inspired, definitely, by just, obviously the fashion industry is what I'm interested in. And so I'm constantly looking at images, Instagram, you know, Pinterest, and then I find like, oh, I like her hair, or I like something about her hair, and then I'll make it bigger, obviously. Or, you know, I like this shirt, but, you know, I'll change the wording. And so I take pieces of women, so to speak, that I'm inspired by, that I'm just constantly bombarding myself visually with, like I said, on Instagram and a lot of the followers, and then I piece them together and filter them through me, and then you get what you see. So, and even like, you know, like I said, one of my favorite things is going to have coffee, and if you live in Venice, or if you've been to Venice, you know, once again, that's a very eclectic city. So coming from the South 20 years ago, I landed in the right spot, you know, and so I would always and I would sketch people, you know, as they'd come in for coffee, and, you know, get ideas that way as well. So, and then kind of bring those to the studio. Jessica Jones, no. Only because of her toughness, you know? None of my women look like her physically, but if you take a look at my girls, they're soft, obviously, upon approach, but then as you get to see them, they're definitely tough, and they're suggestive, and they certainly can take care of themselves, but they're also very feminine, you know? And so, you know, so she's always been like kind of fun character in a Marvel kind of way, but usually it's not. A fictional character, I know a lot of people, we laugh because in terms of Monster High Brats, those dolls, they kind of have that feel to them as well, you know? So I always laugh that they kind of have that, even though, you know, there's certainly some fashion illustration and elegance of that kind of come into it as well. Oh, love makes you do crazy things, doesn't it? I was dating, or am dating someone, and we were doing cross country just constantly, and he is a sculpture professor there, and all of a sudden this job offer came up, and they were looking for a fashion design, textile designer at the University of Memphis. So I applied and went through a whole interview, and they offered it to me, and so there I am. But my son has my house in Venice. I let him have it, under the stipulation that mom is welcome anytime, so. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. My house.
Your house?
Yes, I'll just say that.